Hi, everybody, and we're live. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and all the other goods. I have Molly and Beena with me today, and we're going to be talking about how side hustles are the new day job. Beena put up a very good article today on her page talking about how in Australia, so many people now are turning to do a side hustle because job markets today are so unstable. And let's face it, with AI and automated tools and that kind of machinery, they've replaced manpower. Basically, that cost has gone down, and because of inflation, jobs costs have gone up. So naturally, what's happening is that human beings' jobs are kind of, let's face it. And with things not getting any cheaper, everything is getting more expensive. People really find it very difficult to make two ends meet, especially once you have kids. It's pretty impossible. So, all the time, you're doing your day job, your husband's doing his day job plus night job. You hardly meet, you don't have time to do all the things you love. So, most people are turning towards a side hustle. And boy, do we have an amazing side hustle for you. We have the solution. So, Beena, will you tell the audience a little bit about why you shared that article today?
Yeah, I saw it in the news about the side hustle article, and I was so like sort of interested when I saw that because, and this is what we see in everybody in a day to day life now because, like you said, Nandini, the era has gone that it is a digital era at the moment, and people wanted to have a side hustle because we are living like paycheck to paycheck because one salary is not enough for us to pay the bills. Like I live in UK, and when you have the children, when the especially like in the winter now, the gas electricity bills go
Yeah.
up, we will be paying double the amount because otherwise we will be so cold, freezing to death in a way. So we need to have that extra money. But sometimes it is hard to do extra shift in wherever you are working because you have a family to look after and you need to come home to do the things in the house. You can't be stuck in that traditional job in the office or whatever the job you do in the store or what any job as a traditional job what you are doing. It's so hard to be in there doing 12 hours 14 hours shift every like a 6 to 7 days a week or 5 to 6 days a week. It's so hard. It means that you have no life at all. So the side hustle, what it does to you is that while you are working full time, you start with a side hustle, build it up slowly. Because the side hustle, especially like the online marketing, digital marketing, attraction marketing, all the online business, what opportunity is providing to the community is that when you come home, you can spend a couple of hours per day to build up that business. So while you are working full time, you are building up your business. So in a few years' time, you will be able to build up that business with your commitment, with your passion, with your consistency. You build up that business so that within 5 years, in a way, you will be able to retire, quit your job, the full time job which you are doing, and build up on your side hustle. But always what people get confused is that when you say side hustle, then people talk about the time management. Where do you have the time? Where do you have money to invest? If you don't
Absolutely.
have the when you don't have the time, when you don't have the money, and this is the time you need to work towards it, to way to manage that time. And especially in what we are doing in our business is that all the automated system, all the training, world class training which we have, you don't need to have any experience. And that is
Absolutely.
what we would like to share with our community today, public who is watching, our audience, that we have a fantastic opportunity for you, a side hustle for you, which you can build up as a full time career, and then you can travel around the world, whatever you wanted to do, the little things you wanted to do in your life perfectly. You have the time, you have the finances for that.
Beautifully said.
Yeah,
Really
that is
true.
what I
So,
wanted to say. Yeah.
Molly, you were just telling me about how you show up every day. The thing is, you have to show up every day and be committed to it. And even if you work for a few hours a day, you can really build up a wonderful future, as Beena said. So you were just telling me about how slowly, slowly you build up the trust of your audience with the side hustle. So will you expand on that? Why today it's so important to have a side hustle and understand what it means, especially when you're doing a digital business?
Yeah, side hustle. It's not just about earning the money. It's about having this security, the freedom, and having the opportunity for a better future. So that's
Yes.
why it's when I think about the side hustle, it's not for me. It's not just having this all extra money I'm coming in. I can use those side hustle as learning new skills, and then I can turn that skills into passion. And
Yes.
then also, I have side hustle gives me the freedom to dream. Those things that I have kept aside, I will do it later because I don't have enough money. That gives me the opportunity to, even if it is travel, education, or follow my passion, whatever, it gives me that freedom. And also it gives the financial security because life is so unpredictable and we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow, and it helps us to save for our future or for a better life. And then also work life balance, because we need to spend quality time with your family and loved ones. Most of the times, as Bina said, we are going and doing extra hours, working 13 hours per day or 14 hours per day. Where is our time for our family? And then if our children comes to us and says, Mom, I want to do this, oh, go, come back later. And then
Yeah.
children grow fast, and when we look back, we would say, okay, I went out to work, I was working 13 hours to give for you, blah blah blah. But at the end of the time, at the end of the day, do you feel like, do you feel condemned that you have given enough time to your children? No. So having that work life balance is very important. So the side hustle actually helps us to have our financial security, freedom to dream, and to learn new skills and work life balance. So everybody should have a
Side
side
hustle.
hustle, I would say
I
that.
agree with you. You know, the thing is that I didn't realize this. I was earning well, living well, loving my life. And one day the money finished and I didn't know what to do. I had to leave my life behind that I loved. And it was a big shock to me. And I wish somebody, I'd met you guys, I'd met somebody like who I am today who said, listen, start a side hustle because you need a backup plan. We all need
Yeah.
that. So, Beena, before we end, would you like to say anything else to our audience?
Yeah, so like I said before, there is no time. You have to make that time. And always when we tell people, they will say, oh, tomorrow, tomorrow. And tomorrow, it's not never going to come. Every day is tomorrow. So you make it tomorrow as today to build your future for your family and for your children.
Absolutely.
That is
Molly,
what,
would you like to say something?
whatever you wanted to do, the passion you wanted to build up, make that as your side hustle, your passion. People have different creativity, different interests, different hobbies. But,
Yes,
the side hustle is very important in your life.
yes.
Yeah,
It's
what
so
I should
true.
say is at work,
Yeah,
we'll
yeah.
be easily
Because,
replaced if we are unwell or if we suddenly put in work. So, you have to save for your future as well, work for yourself as well. That's your
yeah.
side hustle.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Especially like people work in, like say, for example, in the private sector, they don't have no pension, and you will be working long extra hours because it is a private sector. They will pay you less, maybe, and
Yes,
whatever you get, it's all gone. But once you become unwell, you
everything.
are lost because you don't know how to manage your tomorrow, because nothing left for you for tomorrow to pay your bills, to look after your family, whatever or medical care, health care, whatever you need to do, whatever the country we are living in. There is a rules, regulations we have, but having that side hustle will give you more confidence, more knowledge, and to give that, build that positivity within yourself. And that is the main thing. The mind, always people talk about mindset, and mindset really matters when it comes to these things. When you put that mind into, you can build an empire there. And that is what I think, we all are lacking to build that on.
I agree. What you said just now, exactly what happened to me. I didn't have any Medicare. I had nothing because I
Yeah,
was earning privately, right? So I was earning,
yeah.
living a good lifestyle, even saving. But one day the savings also weren't enough. And like exactly what you just said happened.
Yeah, and that is what people don't think. We always think that I am healthy and I won't become ill. Everything will be fine. But one day you see that everything seems to be collapsed without you even knowing. So when it happens, you think about. So there are so many factors which is involved, which we don't even think about it. I know so many people personally that they've been really really struggling because they just focused on their work. When they become ill, they lost every single thing because they didn't have no plan B, no backup plan. They did not save anything. Everything where they were getting, they spent it on day-to-day life and the bills and everything, but they didn't have no savings at all and living very very sad life.
Yeah,
So it is important to have a side hustle, a plan B, to build yourself up. Whatever you do,
absolutely.
you can be, when you think about the big business people, the importance of side hustle is that when you have that side hustle coming through, the money coming through, that money you can invest in something. So when you invest that, you are getting this compound interest, which people don't think about actually. So
Yes,
that is what is very, very important, having that extra money to bring in to invest in something, so that when you are not well, you can have, you know that
yes,
compound interest.
And I would,
absolutely.
I would
Yeah,
Molly,
add to it, have a side hustle that doesn't
that
compromise
is
your
what I
time.
wanted to say to our audience.
Molly,
I was saying, have a side hustle that doesn't compromise your time, that don't take away your time from your family.
absolutely. So wonderful. Something to think about for everybody, I think. And Beena, Molly,
Yeah,
and me will be coming on again in these little surprise interviews to tell you more about side hustles, to tell
yeah.
you more about wonderful opportunities that we have availed, right? So, bye everyone. Thank you for
Thank you.
watching.
Yeah, thank you everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching us.
Thank you. Bye bye.